Welcome back, Lightning Within 5 fans. I'm your host, Jennifer Jensen, alongside
Staff Sergeant Daniel Brosum. Hey.
Hey, we're back. Happy
Yay.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
What is the cheesy thing you say?
Jen, I haven't seen you since last year.
Ew. So new year, new us, right? We're going to try to do bigger, better things with this podcast, and we're pretty excited about it.
Right.
There's a possibility that I could be taking this to Las Vegas. Possible. I'm not making promises, but I think that would be really awesome. I get to go help out with the media for Red Flag. So I'm really looking forward to that because it's such a bigger scale. Nellis in general is bigger than Tyndall. So I just want to see how they operate on their scale and what I can do better here.
You were supposed to go to that last year, weren't you?
No, I was supposed to go to Australia.
That's right.
Yeah.
We won't talk about why, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, furlough happened, obviously, but to say I was disappointed is an understatement. It's okay. Everything happens. Speaking of everything happens, we might have to have another co-host for a couple months.
Yep, that's right. I'm a little bit sad about that. I just got in the seat, having fun, learning all of this, and then I think it's time for me to go again.
Augmentee duty.
Yep, that's right.
That's his military life.
So Naeem might be back.
Maybe Vanessa. I don't know yet. Yep. We'll see. Surprise, surprise. Yep. Maybe a baby airman would like to take a swing at it. So
we do have a new person. So
we do. Yeah. And fun fact, she learned podcasts at Dimfos. I did not know that. So
she might be good for it.
Yeah.
At least interim.
We will see. But we've also been throwing around ideas. I sincerely want to do like a Masked Singer / American Idol episode where we have all the best singers from base come, but you can't see them. So you'll just hear them, and then you have to put in your vote of who you want to be the winner. I think that'd be so fun.
Yeah. Are you going to be the first one?
No.
No? You can't sing?
No.
We don't want to hear you sing.
I can sing karaoke with Liquid Courage.
Right. I think all of us, right? Yeah. Okay.
So hopefully that happens. But we'll see. We're going to try new things this year, especially around air show time.
Air show.
Along the lines of the air show, stay tuned here because we're going to have all the details you're going to need for, when, where, who's coming, the Thunderbird meet and greet. We will let you guys know when that's going to happen. So we are the nonstop shop for air show. So, Brosum, since it's a new year, do you have any goals for yourself? I don't want to say resolutions, but like goals.
Yeah, I remember we talked a little bit about this on the last episode. I still think I'm just going to continue kind of doing what I talked about, just continuing to kind of watch what I eat, continuing to get back into my rhythm. Like I said, I just got here, getting back into my rhythm of working out, just trying to take a little bit better care of myself. We have new PT standards coming up.
Yes.
I know it's been a little bit of a back and forth. I've seen it. But hopefully we'll have some standards set in stone, and then we all got to prepare for that. So we all got to lock in a little bit. New year, new standards. So
yes, what is it? You're going from 1.5 miles to 2 miles. Is that right?
It's a little bit flip flop. They keep going back and forth. 1.5 miles, 2 miles, 2 miles with higher standards, or then they go back to 1.5 miles with higher standards. So we don't really know yet for sure, but we'll see. The latest is that you can do a 2 mile or the hammer run every 6 months, but again, we'll see. I don't want to say for sure because we don't know, but we all got to get prepared for it. So it's not a bad thing at all. It's just like anything. It's going to take some time to get used to, but makes us better, right? So,
I love your positivity.
Yeah, hey, I try.
Because a lot of people are like complaining about this, but you just got to go with the flow. You sign the dotted line, and it's better to be optimistic and think of the positive,
the silver lining, right?
Yes.
We can all get a little bit better shape. We can all improve and be healthier. So it's change is hard and change hurts sometimes, but sometimes it's necessary. So you just got to go with it, right? But what about you? What are your goals? Your resolutions? What are you working on?
So I'm focused heavily on doing experiences with my family. We really want to steer clear of things. We want to have more memories, right? So whether that's traveling around for my daughter's volleyball, or, going to Jacksonville like we did over the holiday break for the WWE event.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Just to continue that. So that's kind of your focus on family experiences.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a great goal.
Yeah. And I mean, focusing on myself, right? Like I want to be a better person overall, whether that's physical fitness, eating better, or being the best possible coworker I can be. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
Jen, I don't know how you can get better at being a better coworker. So you don't need to work on that. If you guys ever had an opportunity to meet Jen, you guys would see that. I swear every day or every other day, Jen is spending her own money to buy gifts and treats and doing events for people. And she's great.
Even more than my own family, So as dysfunctional or weird as that sounds, like you guys are my second family. So I want to take care of you and have that good environment where you don't mind coming to work every day. You don't have to enjoy it, but you don't mind it. You know what I mean?
Yep. We're your PA family, right? Or I think we call it Pamely.
Yeah.
PA, so.
You and your one-liners today.
Okay, I'll stop.
No, it's okay. I enjoy it. A good topic that somebody brought up was how cold it's getting in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that seasonal depression is a thing, and I hope Floridians don't experience this just because the sun has disappeared, but that is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people up in like Washington State do it because it's so dark and gloomy all the time, but is that
Florida?
A thing here?
That's a good question. I was up in Montana for 5.5 years, and it was definitely felt there. Dark, cold, long winters, negative 30 degrees, 6 feet of snow, 8 months of, almost darkness,
Oh
so
my gosh.
yeah, it definitely happens up there. But Florida, come on, this is great weather, right?
I mean, maybe people get sad because the sun is gone, or it's like they have to put a sweater on,
Ooh, gotta put a pair of socks on and some boots. Yeah.
You gotta put the flip-flops away.
I bet it is possible, people get used to this nice, temperate kind of weather.
Yeah.
And then it's getting 30 degrees next week or the following week.
Yes.
Negative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's usually how it happens. We'll have probably like a month of like cold for Florida, right?
Yeah.
But then it'll go back to summer. So, but now I'm going to investigate and see if people actually feel that. But hopefully you're not. And if you do, just listen to us. We should cheer you up, right?
That's right. There's resources out there. So, yeah.
Yeah. We have plenty of services like mental health. They're fantastic. But we also have the influx that are over at FSS.
And we'll be talking about that here soon.
Yes. Our guest today, we're doing kind of a double feature. So sit back. It's going to be a little bit longer today. But both of our sets of guests are from FSS. We're going to have the commander and one of her captains. And then we're also going to have basketball team.
That's right.
They have tournaments coming up and they just wanted to, talk about themselves and if anybody's interested in playing for the basketball team, to let them know. So lots and lots of information for you today. This is a good episode.
I was just thinking that this is a really good episode. It's like a fun episode, right? Services offered, talk about sports, how you can get involved. This is great. And this is perfect around this time too. We're talking about, the seasonal changes and the seasonal depression. Perfect opportunity to get involved and do new things.
We're going to talk about everything, even the new buildings that are opening up very soon. Stick around and we'll be right back.
This episode of Lightning Within 5 is brought to you by the 325th Fighter Wing Public Affairs Shop. For all the latest news, photos, videos, and more, check out our Facebook page, Instagram, and our official website, tyndall.af.mil.
And we are back. We're here with two new guests. We are here with the people that matter to the people. Our first guest is the Force Support Squadron Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Dominique Zhong. And we also have her fearless sidekick that randomly volunteered to come over here at the last minute, Captain Ryan Lineback. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having us.
All right, so we're going to start off just like we do every episode. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do for FSS.
Awesome. So I'm, as you mentioned, Lieutenant Colonel Dominique Zhong. I'm the FSS Squadron Commander. So that means I just oversee the entire FSS portfolio, and that's lots of different things. We have 10 flights within our squadron. Some of the things people are mostly know about FSS is we do military personnel, we do the food, we do fitness, we do lodging. There's so many things in FSS that I could spend the whole time talking about just what is in the squadron. But
Yes.
And we'll actually dive into that here in a little bit. So.
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Hi, so I'm Captain Ryan Lineback. I'm currently the Sustainment Services Flight Commander. So one of the 10 flights is Sustainment Services, and I'm over lodging, fitness, and feeding. So the DFAC, lodging, and the fitness center.
Yes, but we heard that you have a lot of experience.
Yes, I've been at Tyndall for 3 years now. I've worked almost every flight in FSS.
Okay, cool. So let's dive into FSS, like what you guys do. Like you said, you have 10 flights, but the first thing that I think of when I think of FSS is childcare. I always, give props to the daycare workers and anybody that is involved in the CDC here, because I can't imagine working with all the parents.
Yeah.
I just can't, because when my kids were tiny, they would come home with a bite or a scratch, and I'd be so mad. Like, how could you let this happen? But really, I swear, they're godsends. Everybody that works in childcare is a godsend. So that's just one of the flights. But you guys recently put everybody in the brand new CDC. Talk a little bit about that.
right. So actually about a month or so before I took command here, we opened our new CDC, and we were able to get our children out of the youth center and the fitness center and moved over to a new facility. There's been a lot of great things and a lot of challenges that have come with that. With any new construction, there's, you're working out kinks and things like that, but it's been great. It's been great for our childcare providers as well as our children there in the facility. We've come a long way in childcare with the hurricane and being in kind of these temporary facilities to finally getting into a new facility and just everyone getting, used to kind of the space there, making sure we have the right amount of childcare providers to provide the resources that we need here to support our families at Tyndall. So over the last year and a half being here and getting that flight stood up back into a new facility has been really great. And actually, Captain Lineback was the flight commander for that flight when I arrived here. So he's got really good in-depth experience with transitioning into that.
I bet that was fun.
It was definitely different. It was a opportunity that most FSS officers don't get. But with opening the CDC, we had some key positions that weren't being filled on the civilian side for the leadership of that flight. So kind of took a volunteer opportunity to go and spend a couple months there to oversee all operations, not just CDC, but the youth center. And also at the time we had the school liaison was under my flight, and then also all the local childcare, so the family childcare homes, FCC providers, and to see what the childcare was before. So when it was split between the youth center and the Hawker at the fitness center, it was extremely constrained. There was no windows in the infant rooms. They would have to take walks outside just to get out in the sun.
Yeah.
So then to be able to see them transition into the huge building, it was something. It was amazing, especially for the providers also.
Yeah.
So everyone was super excited when we were able to finally get that building.
Yeah, that was a big deal. And I think I was sitting through one briefing, but it never sank in when I heard somebody say, without appropriate childcare, it affects the mission because the parents can't go to work, and perform at their top level if they're worried about their child, or they have to keep flip-flopping between parents. So I never looked at it that way.
Again, as we kind of talked about at the beginning, FSS covers such a wide range of support and services. Was there anything that was kind of surprising to you when you took over FSS as a commander?
I wouldn't say there's anything surprising just because I've been in FSS my entire career. So I've spent 15 years as a 38F Force Support Officer. So I wasn't surprised by anything in FSS. I think the thing that most people, though, who are not a part of FSS are surprised about are some of the functions that fall within our squadron, such as Like mortuary affairs is actually an FSS function. I don't think a lot of people know that. Marketing, which is obviously very different than public affairs, but marketing is in our squadron, and that's just how we get some of our events and our activities out to the base and the local population. So that's something that we do. We also do some print and advertisements there. So most people don't know that those are things that we do in FSS, but I wasn't particularly surprised about anything just because of my experience in FSS so far.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. When you think of FSS, right, you're not thinking about marketing or anything like that, right? You're always thinking of the DFAC. You're thinking about the fitness center and things like that, right? Yeah.
Yes. Also, advertisement. We don't do anything with advertisements or paid, anything.
Oh.
We specifically work for the wing commander. Our mission is his mission. So whatever he tells us, that's what we're doing. But your marketing team is like getting sponsors for the base events and pushing the advertisements to the public. And as for your mortuary affairs, I had no idea that was an FSS thing. And I actually sat down for an interview with one of your casualty officers, and I explained to him how much I appreciate what they do.
Yep.
Because that must be a tough job. I can't imagine having to do that.
Yeah. And just to highlight, there is a difference, and that's something that I think people get confused a lot. There's a difference between casualty and mortuary. And so we do also have casualty assistance reps in for support, which is slightly different because that can include just injuries or serious illnesses, things like that.
Oh, gotcha.
And they'll kind of talk more benefits and work with the families that way. And then there's mortuary affairs, which, again, Captain Lineback is one of our mortuary affairs officers and has extensive experience with that too, which really focuses on death of active duty personnel.
Yeah, so for the mortuary side, like she said, it's split between the casualty and the mortuary. So I do, mortuary officers don't deal with retiree deaths or insurance benefits. But when it comes to a active duty member or a dependent who passes away, that's where myself and our team kind of steps in. And we do everything from dignified arrivals. We do inspections at funeral homes, uniform inspections, any mortuary entitlements to make sure that member gets where they're supposed to be going.
So do you all also coordinate with the honor guard and things like that as well?
Yes. So we have our honor guard that's also part of FSS. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Sergeant Atwell's NCOIC over there, and she'll get all the honor guard requests, and then we'll have to coordinate if a member is being transported to their local area or to their home of record. Then we'll coordinate with whatever local honor guard is there.
Yeah, essentially you guys are there when an active duty member passes away, so the family is doing essentially as minimal amounts of work that are possible.
Correct. That's our goal. There's a lot of paperwork and a lot of briefings that we have to have with the next of kin and whatever family member is making those decisions. A lot of meetings with them. If it's an active duty member, any other work kind of stops. And usually what I tell my team if I'm working in cases, I'll be out of office for at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the minimum time that I'll need 100% focus on whatever the mission needs.
Yeah. Being on the flip side of that, so I'm a Gold Star sister. My little brother passed away while he was active duty. You guys have no idea how much those families appreciate what you do. Because just having that comfort and knowing that you really don't have to do anything, that mortuary officer is going to take care of everything for you, so comforting. So just know you're appreciated.
Do you guys have a favorite activity, FSS activity on base, or what would you say is your favorite service that FSS provides?
Well, I'm obviously biased. I love them all the same.
She's like the mom that can't pick a favorite child.
But there's always a favorite.
Yeah. She just won't say it out loud.
Don't tell my kids that, but yes, there is always a favorite. Similar to Captain Lineback, I think it's based off of my experience. My first job when I joined Force Support was in food service. And so that holds a very special place in my heart for me. I learned a lot from that. It usually has a lot of airmen, so I learned a lot of leadership, a lot of, personnel and personality, conflict management, all of that stuff in that assignment. And they're, such a good team then and here that that just one holds a very special place in my heart, food service, because it was my first FSS job. So while not my favorite, because they're all my favorite, it has a special meaning for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I have a little bit different of experience. So I was enlisted for 9 years. So I've been in about the same amount of time as the commander, but my time was split between aircraft maintenance and now FSS.
What a flip.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's been great. It's the best decision I made in my
Has
career.
the grass been a little bit greener?
Yes, a little bit. So I have personal, when I was an airman, my wife and I, we were always at the bowling alley. All of our friends, we'd always be at the bowling alley. So I'm super excited for the bowling alley to come online here soon.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Keep going
But
though.
then professionally, manpower, that's one of our flights that we do. Any kind of like in strength requirements that would be needed for any job on the base, whether it's maintenance, PA, anything, they have like manpower studies that they do to determine what kind of workload factors would go in to see how many positions you would actually be earned to do your job.
Interesting.
And I love it. I was able to be the flight commander in manpower for a couple months also since I've been here. And it was really a big learning opportunity. And it's a small flight, so I was able to kind of focus on individual projects. Didn't have as much as the fires to put out as I do in a larger flight. So
I love my
Yeah.
job so much. Like, I had no idea that was a thing. Manpower. Okay.
I actually was trying to retrain into manpower in my early on in my career,
How
but
dare
we
you.
won't talk about what
How
Yeah.
dare you?
Very
Yeah.
selective. Like
Yeah.
you have to retrain into it, and there's only so many positions, so it's not a you thing.
Yeah.
It's a
Good.
just-
I'm
Yeah.
glad you didn't get it.
yeah.
Okay, so you brought up the bowling alley. So you guys are getting a bunch of new facilities, right? You have lodging. That is it almost done? Like, what are we waiting on here? Inspections?
just some inspections and
Yeah.
kind of the final paperwork kind of stuff to get rolling through. It's a huge building, so there's a lot of stuff to iron out.
That's going to be so amazing. We were talking about that last episode, like when Checkered Flag rolls in and all these TDY people come in.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And especially when Community Commons opens and lodging's right there.
Oh yeah,
That would be great.
Yeah.
it's gonna be great.
So you have that. You have like the restaurants. Let's talk. There's a hot rumor going around. We're getting a PF Chang. Is that true?
It is true.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I heard that at the all call yesterday, and I heard a few people murmuring in the background, like a PF Chang's, PF Chang's. So yeah, we're excited for that. It's actually it's a partnership with the Air Force Service Center. It's called Name Brand Foods, where they are part of our facility, but they're not run by us specifically.
Interesting.
And we will get a portion of their proceeds.
Heck
It's
yes.
a very small portion, though. But we
A
make
little bit's better than nothing,
it
right?
is. But it opens opportunities to bring in some of those name brand food. So we'll get a PF Chang's to go and a burger fi that will be in our community.
Talk about
common.
what else is in the community commons.
Yeah, so like Captain Lineback mentioned, we'll have the bowling center there, which will also include a bar.
Yes.
And then the two restaurants we mentioned. But then in the other building, we will be moving our library, which is currently located in the base support building. They'll get to move there with a lot more space and a lot more rooms and access so that they can hold events and do their monthly book club.
Love
And
that.
that facility will move our ITT office will move in there, and our arts and crafts office will also move in there.
Oh, nice.
But also it's a space where, there'll be some activities and opportunities for airmen and the base populace to use. There's a little mini theater in there. And we'll have some pool tables and
I love this.
conference spaces, different things for people to utilize throughout the base.
I swear, if I was a baby airman and I knew that all these things were happening and coming up, I would not want to go anywhere else. Like, A, you're in Florida. B, you have brand new everything. Are you kidding me?
No.
Yep.
C, you got like beaches right down the road. Like, I need not to go on. But okay, so community commons, but you also in that realm have the marina. We talk about the marina all the time. Did you go up there?
I've
Nate?
been there twice now.
It's so good.
It is
The food
great.
is so
Yeah.
good.
It's great.
I've been
the
here 2
views.
months and I've been there twice already.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it's really great. So beautiful.
Yes.
You almost feel like you have your private kind of own area, right? It's not open to the public, right? So it's just fantastic. Food's great. Prices are great,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
yeah, it's fantastic.
And Captain brought up the pool. I totally forgot
No.
about the pool.
Yes.
The pool.
So tell us a little bit about the pool, because I know there was a little confusion about, like, do we get to go for a membership? Like, what does that look like right now?
Right. So our pool opened, I want to say right around summertime last year. And there was a lot of churn just with hiring freezes and things like that made it difficult for us to hire lifeguards for the pool.
Yeah.
Eventually we were able to do that. And, it's a new facility. So we were trying to work throughout that whole process. And we started with just daily rates. And then we were able to, by the end of the summer, offer memberships. And that's likely something we're going to continue to do in the coming summer. Now, our pool is only open during the summer months, during the season, but it's a great opportunity for airmen and families to go out there and utilize that facility. Again, I think in this area, it's one of very few pools available, and at such a great price, too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't quote me on this, but I think the closest other community pool is almost on the beach side.
That's my understanding as
Yeah.
well. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, we go to pools a lot during the summer with our kids, and we usually have to go to beachside. I
Yeah.
don't think there's really anything out here. Maybe a splash pad, but
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
No, that's great. And it's not just like a big old fishbowl. Like, there's swimming laps and there's a place for the kids, right?
There is, and there's a splash pad that we were able to kind of keep on even when the pool itself was closed or before we were able to open it, so that, it's mainly meant for toddlers to kind of just splash around without going into the pool. So that is a feature as well. And we were able to open early so that people could use it for lap swim for PT outside of the normal pool hours. So I think it was a great thing that we were very happy we were able to get before the summer season started.
Yes.
Would you guys say there's a hidden gem? What kind of hidden gems do you think there are on base that maybe, people aren't familiar with? Something that stands out to you. What would you say?
So it's funny you bring it up because we were just talking about this before we came over here. And one, I don't think a lot of people realize, we have a car wash on base.
Yes.
We were talking
I
about that right
just
before the
drove by
show.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. So I think it's 3 bays, an automatic car wash, and then the ones where you have the brushes and you kind of scrub it yourself, comparable to any off-base car wash. I go through there just because it's super convenient.
It's pretty new, isn't it?
And it's new since I've been here. So that's one I don't think a lot of people realize. And then outside of the marina, we have an ice machine.
Oh.
That I don't think a lot of people realize that
I
we
did
have.
not know about that either.
Oh,
Or
for
that
like
it is
boats.
For boats.
Wow.
So it's outside of the marina where we have our outdoor rec and where we have our boat slips and stuff. So if you're already going out on the water, you need something for your cooler or whatever, you can go right there and get you some ice. Same thing as all the off-base ones.
Who
that we have
knew?
there.
Yeah. I tell you.
Dude, the car wash
is
threw me
great,
off
yeah.
this morning because I didn't realize it was there because I had to go through commercial gate. So if you're looking for this said car wash, it is over by the commercial gate, right? Over maybe near AFCAC, is
It
that
is.
correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or did you have a hidden gem or anything that comes to mind?
I was thinking about it. I think outdoor rec, for the most part, everybody knows outdoor rec has a lot of stuff. But if you really look at the brochures that they have in the rental equipment, for like my kids' birthday parties, we almost always get an inflatable, a big jumping castle, something from them. Or even if it's getting a grill, a trailer, they have tons of stuff that you can use. And it's not
Like
just
a travel trailer, like you sleep in it.
Yeah, we've taken those. So my wife's grandmother lives about an hour north of here on a farm. So we get one of their pull along RV trailers and we go and stay in it. Yeah, and then the boats, jet skis. It's just a ton of stuff. They have camping gear, like the grills, just a ton of stuff.
That's
Wow,
crazy.
And they're great prices.
So because I know they're in like a temporary facility right now. Are they moving into the
No.
hard facility or
They
they're
are
staying?
already in the marina. So what I
Oh.
think is important, and I've been on this campaign to make sure people know, the marina is the building itself. And within the marina, we have outdoor recreation on one side, and then the other side is our upper deck bar and grill, which is the restaurant and bar that we have there. So the marina houses both of them, and
Gotcha.
they're both in the facility currently.
Let's talk about the events. Like, what are some big events that are coming up that you can tell us about?
So, as you know, the base-wide events also is a force support function. So we do a lot of the big things. Some of our recent ones have been the Breakfast with Santa, tree lighting, our 4th of July event. Some upcoming ones we have in the spring, it's kind of what we call like our wild card. Because we have pretty standard ones throughout the year, right? Like I mentioned, 4th of July, Breakfast with Santa. But in the spring, it's kind of a wild card. And last year, if you remember, we did the wrestling event.
Yes,
The first
that was actually
time we
really
had
fun.
done it.
Jen, did you
Yes.
bring your kids? I know your son
Yeah.
likes
Yeah,
wrestling. Did you
it
really?
was interesting. I remember when they came to, propose the idea to me, and I was like, I don't know, guys, but it was well received.
Yeah.
And it seemed like the
So many
installation
people
really
came
liked
to
it.
that.
Yeah.
And Chief Lucas got to
Yeah.
wrestle. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was great. And we, so we got to do something fun like that. And so we're toying with some ideas for this spring, and we have something in mind, but we're kind of keeping it a surprise until we have it all figured out. We work with some of Air Force Entertainment, and they did like our Summer Fest when we had the bands come out, and so we're working with them for some events in the spring as well. So have some comedians and the Illusionists, which we did also have last year, have them come out in the spring. So we've got some fun things planned.
More events, or how do you guys accept feedback, and does that shape future events?
It does. So we have all of our facilities, and including our events, we have an option for people to leave ICE comments, which is they can provide positive, negative, neutral, whatever feedback they want. They could tell us what they want to see, what they didn't like, what they loved. And we try to use that information to improve things or make things better, faster, stronger, whatever work well, or
Right.
this did work well, or this is what someone mentioned to me. And so we take all of that. We do an after action report after every event, and then we try to improve on it next time.
Let's go back to you, sir, because you've got some pretty important flights, right?
Yes.
So I have recently learned from our wing secretary how insanely in-depth food services gets.
Yes. So we have our dining facility, the Berg Lyles. Right now, the Air Force operates on two kind of systems for feeding on base. You either have the legacy food system or the food 2.0. So if you're ever at a base and it's kind of like a shinier dining facility, they have a lot more options. That's most likely a 2.0 base. For us here at Tyndall, we are operating on the legacy. So our primary focus is the ESM customers, or the members that are in the dorms. So we don't have a ton of people on ESM or in the dorms right now, so we're kind of limited on what we can do. But what we've kind of expanded some of our operations. We're doing midnight meals, which we just started this week. So trying to give a better option to either the maintainers, defenders, who CE, first responders, anybody that's working overnight, just at least an option for them to have. We're also looking to see what we can do for our flight line side, the north side of the base. Like I said, we are restricted on what we can do just based on our regulations. It's food trucks. We can't really operate a food truck to take out there. We can't just deliver meals. We have food safety regulations we have to follow, stuff from the service center that we have to follow. So we've been working with AFES, with FGS, with leadership to try to see what we can bring to the flight line side. So hopefully we'll be able to get to an option for them. We will have a flight line kitchen down the road in some of the newer, the newer constructions. It probably won't be until
28.
I don't know. sometime in the future. So that we'll be bringing back the dining facility that we had on the flight line before Hurricane Michael. But again, it will be down the road quite a bit.
Yeah. Lastly, let's talk about the flight that most people encounter that are on base, or you're a retiree, or you're a dependent.
Military personnel flight. It's the flight that touches everybody's career, every military and retiree dependent, So they do the ID cards, which we all know. We all have one, right? Our dependents have one, so there's that. But also if it's PCS, if you're PCSing, you'll work with that flight. If you're promoting, you may work through that flight. If you want to make sure your records are updated so that you can promote, or, you'll want to work through that flight. Retirement, separations, there's so many things that flight does. And the part that I think a lot of people aren't aware of is our installation personnel readiness. Is actually a part of the MPF, and they do the processing for deployments.
Oh.
They work hand in hand with LRS and do deployment processing. So if you've ever been to one of our PDF lines, if you've ever, left out on a deployment in process back from a deployment, you've worked with the IPR office as well. So there's a lot of good stuff that the MPF does, and they play such a vital role in everybody's career and every, person that is here at Team Tyndall.
I need to clarify this. At what age are you supposed to get your children dependents an ID card?
So you can get a dependent ID, I want to say at 10.
There are different circumstances when you can get your child an ID card before that. So I'll use myself as an example. My daughter, let's say she was 7 at the time. She was staying with my parents over the summer. They were hanging out at their house. And if she needed to go to a medical appointment or anything, I wouldn't be there to get her on base and let her do that.
Right.
So we were able to get her an ID card before the age of 10 so that when she was with my parents, they could bring her on base and take her to medical appointments, or if she had to go to the ER for any reason, they had that as proof of insurance and things like that. So
That makes sense.
there are some things that you can do if you need it earlier, but the rule of thumb is 10.
Okay. Yeah, the cops at the gate stopped me because my daughter is only 14. I think she was like 12 at the time, but she is gigantic like I am. So they were like, "Hey, where's her ID?" And I was like, "What? She's 12. Like, why does she need an ID?" They were like, "No, that's a grown person." I was like, "No, she's really 12, I promise."
Yeah.
So I had to go get her one.
Yeah. 12, she definitely could have gotten one without an issue. But yeah, I've had the gay guards do that to me and my kids before too.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, she's like 11.
That's my baby. What are you talking about? Okay, so we have about 5 more minutes to talk about your many, many, many flights. Let's hone in on one more. And this is not to leave any of the FSS squadrons or flights out of this. So let's talk about the MFRC.
Yes. So our Military Family Readiness Center, that's one of our flights here. And as in the name, we focus on our military and family and their readiness. So what readiness means is a lot of different things. It could be preparing them for deployment. It could be we offer bundles for babies class. So if they're having a new bundle joining the family, they can come there and get some resources and some information and usually some goodies to help them with that. We have financial counselors that can help with financial readiness. Almost anything you can think of, our MFRC will support. It also includes our Key Support Liaison Office and our EFMP.
Oh, yes. Which means
Exceptional Family Member Program.
Can you explain what EFMP is?
Yeah, so I'm part of the FMP program. So if there's any kind of medical conditions that your family member might have that would be specific, that might limit your PCS options, that could be a thing. But when it comes to the MFRC, they send out a lot of different programs that they do. They'll go to Just Jump on Beachside. You don't have to pay to get in there for that event. They'll do just a lot of events around town. If we do like the extravaganza when the youth center puts on the big egg hunt, a lot of times the EFMP will let their families come out about an hour early. They'll bring support dogs out. They'll bring sensory stuff. And it'll just give families that might need extra time that kind of experience to be able to enjoy it.
And they kind of help families navigate just through the process. Like PCSing is already a very difficult, heightened time. And so if you are dealing with, exceptional medical or certain needs, that they can help you work through that process of making sure you have everything you need for your PCS, or if your spouse is deploying, and making sure that family member that's still home has what they need to help support their children or dependents.
And you also have the MFLACs, who are essentially like counselors, correct?
Yes.
That is the same flight, right?
Yes.
It is. They are contractors that work within that flight. They're not really.
They don't belong to
don't-
you.
They're
yeah.
like their own thing within
They're their
the
own thing,
flight,
and I
yeah.
think that's so that they can stay separate and impartial. And
Yes.
but yes, they do work hand in hand with that flight.
And the good thing about that flight, and I don't know if it's specific to us here at Tyndall or if it's kind of common of other MFRCs, is that a lot of the employees are certified in certain counseling. So like Dr. Carr, the flight chief, he's certified on like 10 different things that you could go to. So if you have any kind of issues going on, just walk into the MFRC and say, hey, I need to talk to somebody about budgeting, or my wife and I need to talk to somebody because we're having trouble communicating. They'll be able to point you in the right direction.
Yeah. And the financial count. I use Mr. Curry so much.
Yeah.
He was so smart.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Shout
The
out to
financial.
Mr. Curry.
Yeah, we love Mr. Curry.
Yeah, there's exactly what Captain Lineback said, though. If you have any question or there's anything you're not sure about, even if our MFRC doesn't offer it themselves, they have resources and can connect you to the right people. So I recommend everyone use them. I tell, young airmen, in my previous job, I was at the Air Force Academy, I would tell my cadets, before you do anything, buy a house, get a car,
Yes.
whatever, just go to the MFRC. They have a class or something on it, or they have
Yes.
resources that can help you with it. So.
I think especially house buying. I mean, you
Yeah.
just went through that.
That's
There's
right. I know.
so much.
I should have. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
There's so much that is
Yeah.
involved in all these different life processes when you're out on your own, and you guys have everything. All right. Thank you both so much for coming and talking to us. I feel like we didn't even scratch the surface of FSS, but thank you so much for talking to us. I hope this really gets Team Tyndall hype for what's coming up and to know all the resources that they have through your organization.
Yeah, thanks for having us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
This episode of Lightning Within 5 is brought to you by the 325th Fighter Wing Public Affairs Shop. For all the latest news, photos, videos, and more, check out our Facebook page, Instagram, and our official website, tyndall.af.mil.
We are here for our next two guests. This is a first for us. We have not had a sports themed episode yet, so I'm kind of excited. I know nothing about the sport.
Me either. We're going to learn today.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, fellas.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was told by my baby airman that I had to have you guys on here because you're doing awesome, awesome things. But before we get into the main reason you're here, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Right. Sarah Negron, like we said, I've been here at Tyndall for a year and 5 months, and I'm an equal opportunity practitioner.
Okay. And what does that mean?
So we deal with cases of discrimination, protected categories, race, color, religion, sex, national origin, as well as sexual harassment and stuff in that nature.
EO is there to help people, right? It's not to scare people away.
Yes, that's a common misconception. We try to make work centers better, work whatever issues they're having so they can work with cohesion and be ready for mission.
All right. Sarah Brown, now's your time to shine.
Oh man, I'm nervous. All right, so I'm Master Sergeant Roderick Brown. I'm an operations manager, R36 in CE. I currently work over at Air Force Civil Engineering Center, or AFCAC, which is essentially CE headquarters. CE headquarters. There's one located in Lackland and one here at Tyndall. So AFCAC essentially provides all the training and background and guidance for infrastructure readiness for all the civil engineers across the Air Force.
And DOW, realistically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, CE. There's no other engineers like Air Force civil engineers.
That is so true. So what was your specialty when you were in CE?
So I'm an operations manager. They probably don't want to hear this, but a 3-6 or operations manager is the brains of CE.
Oh,
Like everything flows through us. Like we
interesting.
prioritize all the work. We do all the ordering of the equipment. Give updates to our leadership on what's going on with projects. The 3-6 are the brains of CE.
Nice. You two are here because I was told that our base basketball team is pretty phenomenal right now. So let me know all the things. Sergeant Brown, go ahead.
So I took over for the team here in June. We currently have 19 players. That's including one Coast Guard guy. We have.
Oh my God, we have a coastie?
We have a
We
Coast
got a
Guard on the
coastie.
team. We have 3 civilians or 3 dependents, and then 1 retiree.
I don't know that a lot of people know that we have these base teams because you don't just play here, right? Like you're not just playing Tyndall. You're traveling from here to MacDill or any Air Force base in your region, right?
Yeah, it's not just Air Force bases. So in October, the first tournament of the season, like we had a tournament at Lake Point Champion in Atlanta, Georgia. So
Wow.
it's, like you say, it's like not just Air Force bases, Department of War.
Yeah.
In that tournament, we had a Marine team from Albany. We had Fort Gordon, Fort Benning. We had Seymour Johnson, MacDill, Patrick, like a number of teams. So,
Mhm.
and we're in the Atlantic Division in the Military Basketball Association. So that's all the teams on this side of the world. Well, this side of the United States. There's a Central Division as well and a Pacific Division.
Okay.
And
I
then
think there's
Europe too.
Yep, and Europe, your European Division.
Oh.
Could you guys ever play each other at towards the end of the season, or how does that? Can you guys play people in Europe?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
at the end of the season in May, the Military Basketball Association Finals, which is in Colorado Springs at the Academy, all the best teams from Europe, the States, and I think there's one team, I'm not 100% sure, but there may be an invite from a team from the PACAF.
Wow.
So it'll be like the top like 16 to 20 teams all playing in Colorado Springs at the academy.
Okay, so we're
Wow.
gonna need you guys to make it to the top so that we
We
can
can
just
come with you,
follow
right?
you.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Okay. So how does somebody get involved with the basketball team? Do you guys do tryouts, or is it open to anybody that's interested?
So technically it's open to everybody interested.
Okay.
Right? You have to give everybody an opportunity to show up. So this season they had tryouts prior to me becoming the coach.
Mm-hmm.
So tryouts are normally like May, June timeframe. So if you're interested in playing basketball, you'll show up to tryouts. You make the cut, you make the cut. If not, you don't. Then afterwards, if you PCS in at any point, if you're interested, you show up to the gym. Kev here, he'll vet you. He'll let you know if you're good enough to make the team. And he'll let me know, hey, nah, coach, we don't want him.
Wow.
And
Is
then we
that a
keep
lot of
it moving.
pressure?
Throw me under the bus. He's the one that makes the decisions.
I was gonna say, aren't you the coach? Isn't that your job?
Hello, we like a team, right? So Kev's the captain. Like,
Mhm.
he's the captain and he's prior coach. So
Mhm.
like, I take a lot of his word and listen to it because he's a solid basketball player. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What?
He's really
Yeah.
solid.
And also for the people that missed the tryouts for whatever reason they weren't here, hadn't PCS'd, as soon as they hear there's a base team, they can come practice with us, and that'll be their tryout. They don't have to
Oh,
wait
okay.
all the way until the end to try out.
Yeah.
So as soon as they're aware, they can come and practice, and then we'll see if they make it or not.
So it's not like you have these tryouts and then you have like a locked in roster, right? Like you can switch your roster up
Correct.
if need be because of PCSing.
Yes. So
Okay.
because this is military basketball,
Yeah.
people TDY, people deploy, separate, whatever the case may be. So the active roster is up to 22 people,
Mm-hmm.
and you can swap between those people. And then come game time, is only 15 of those 22 are able to play.
Gotcha.
So if depending on the mission, whatever the case may be, exercises, we can pick from any of those 22, make a final 15 roster, and go compete with those.
Okay.
Sorry, Brian. I know we talked a little bit offline about the league, and you had mentioned that it's kind of connected to the Wounded Warrior, or it started somewhere with Wounded Warrior. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So the Military Basketball Association is founded by Mike Myers. He was a prior Army major, right? That the primary mission is life through basketball, like giving veterans, active duty, dependents, civilians, retirees, all of the sort, an opportunity to have an outlet through the game of basketball. And through their mission, they're focused on being resilient, helping like troops and soldiers deal with like post-traumatic stress of anything that they experienced like during their time in service, whether they were active or reserve, no matter the case. So it's really cool, like seeing like him like get all these sponsors and people help out with the Military Basketball Association like through that mission. That's how he was able to, like, one of the reasons why he was able to get like CBS and get some other like big name sponsorships to help the Military Basketball Association.
And he's very involved with the league too. Every year he keeps adding new stuff to it, making it
Aw.
more attractive. Yep.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah.
This is much larger than I
Yeah,
thought it
it's
was
not just a
going to be.
regular base team,
Oh,
right?
no, it's
It
pretty
looks
cool.
like it goes all over the world and everything. I mean,
It's
yeah.
definitely pretty cool.
Wow.
So the reason we're doing this one is because you guys have a big tournament, right? That's coming here.
Yep.
Mhm.
And when is that?
So January 16th through the 18th, we'll be hosting 8 teams. And then we're also hosting a tournament February 13th through the 15th. I'm sorry, I had to remember Valentine's Day is in the middle of our tournament. So the 13th to the 15th, yep, in February.
Oh my God. That was a man that scheduled that. I know it. He was like, look, fellas, I'm doing you a solid. You don't got to get your girl Valentine's. You just got to make her come watch us play ball. Dang.
Sorry, Brian, you had talked about, which is great. I mean, we have questions here, and you're kind of flowing right into these. So this is like fantastic. What would you say are some other benefits for people that may be looking to join this team, right? Besides just physical fitness.
Like camaraderie, like being the biggest one. Like being like an ever-changing environment in the military. Like it can be stressful for young adults, right? So just having a group of individuals to lean on, like not just playing basketball, but just having somebody you can talk to outside of basketball just on a regular basis, that's super beneficial. That's a camaraderie being the biggest one. You mentioned physical readiness, and then like emotional. Like for myself, I love the game of basketball. Like sometimes I used to just just leave home and go to the gym and just shoot for hours. It just made me feel better about whatever I'm dealing with for that day.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
another good one is networking too, because you're playing with against all these people from different bases, different jobs, enlisted officers, and it's a good way to connect and learn more about the stuff they do. So like one time when it's all said and done, you got that person that's able to help you.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, so let's walk through like a typical season for you guys. Like, when does it start and when does it end?
So typical, we have an off-season tournament in the middle of summer, July. This year is gonna be in Puerto Rico.
What?
Yes.
Time out. So y'all are just getting TDYs to Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Awesome. We need to start practicing basketball.
The Military Basketball Association Summer Jam.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
Summer
That's
Slam, yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
Okay, go on.
So it starts there, but that's more like preparation. It doesn't count towards the regular season record.
Okay.
So the first tournament is in October, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Follow, and then it goes from October all the way till May.
Wow.
So almost all year round.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, basketball is starting to become my favorite sport, honestly.
Okay, I'm gonna sacrifice you because I'm a chick. I can't play with them, right? It's a male league, correct?
No. They got
Oh.
females team too.
Oh, that's
Wow, that's
wonderful.
actually good to know. Yeah.
We had one last year. This year they didn't make one, but
Okay.
all the there's females and males.
I love that. Okay.
Like on the same team right now?
No,
no,
like
no.
separate.
Oh, okay,
Separate,
separate.
yeah.
So they're
Okay.
under the same umbrella, like the Military Basketball Association, but it's like Women's Military Basketball Association,
Yeah.
but they're all under the same
kinda.
umbrella.
How many times a week do you guys practice?
So we do twice a week because we got last time I checked it was players from 9 different units, 9 different work schedules.
Right.
So the one that we found more feasible for everyone was Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 7 p.m.
Okay. So if you're interested, you just heard it. What happens if you guys win the whole shebang? Like, what do you or the other airmen on the team, what do you guys get out of that? Like, besides kudos that you're awesome basketball players.
So it depends on leadership, right? But what's guaranteed is that your championship game is gonna get broadcasted on CBS. And then what happened last year with Patrick is that they got a commendation medal from their commander, their general.
That's so awesome. Because that's hard work to get that
Yeah.
far, you know?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
a lot of hours,
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
of tears.
Dedication.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of tears.
Happy or sad tears? Hopefully some happy tears.
Sometimes both, you know. But for myself, like I think like the biggest thing that I get out of it is pride. Like,
Mhm.
you know, I brought these group of guys together. Like we did what we set out to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's really all I care about. Like
Yeah.
I just love the game of basketball. When I first started, I was like, what's our team name? I know Tyndall, of course, but I was like Tyndall Lightning. And I was like, why Tyndall Lightning? So I did a little research, right? Like the F-35 being the Lightning 2. So I was like, okay. So Tyndall Lightning, that's our basketball team name. And I also thought about like the weather here in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up with 3 things, like speed and agility, like dominance and force, and then like precision and accuracy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's make Dill's name.
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes.
Oh, no.
It kind of sucks, but you know they're Hurricanes.
I thought they would be Lightning because they are the Lightning capital. I think y'all stole the name from us.
Lightning within 5.
Yeah.
Lightning with the fire, you know.
Yeah.
They listened to the podcast
just
and then
kidding.
you
I'm
started.
just
It
kidding.
was
Hey,
meant
no,
to be.
Meant to be. We all on the same team.
Yeah, no, we did it because obviously the lightning and all that and the jets, but what do you do when you hear lightning within 5 on the flight line?
Stop.
You stop what you're doing and then you listen to our podcast.
I like it. I like it.
If you would like to support our Tyndall Lightning, go watch their game, support them, cheer them on. What was the dates for the upcoming tournaments again?
So January 16th to the 18th, and then February 13th to the 15th.
All right.
Oh, and we also got a Facebook page for the varsity team, and we
Okay.
post the links to the games there too. So if for whatever reason you're not able to go watch us in person, or we're playing outside the state, you can click on that link and watch the game live.
Oh, that's lovely.
Wow.
I love
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah, the NBA is pretty nice. Like all the games are streamed.
Oh, they do
Wow.
that for you?
Like, every game is streamed.
Wow. Okay. This is such a bigger deal than I thought it was going to be.
And it's like Kev mentioned earlier, it's only growing.
Yeah.
It's only growing. Like he started in like 2017, 2018, and I think the first time the game was like broadcasted was like 2 seasons ago.
Wow.
Like 2 seasons ago. So he's just always looking for more opportunities to expand the league. And we're
Yeah.
just happy to get the opportunity to let it be known that we are a basketball team here, and we're a force to be reckoned with. We got some good players.
Okay.
We got a lot of good pieces, and if you show up to watch our tournaments, you will not be disappointed.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for stopping by and talking to us about this. We really appreciate it. And we hope that Team Tyndall supports you guys through these tournaments coming up, because we believe that you can get the gold.
Absolutely. Good
Okay.
luck, guys.
Show us we're not wrong.
Yep.
Thank you.
Got
Thank
you.
you.